Hey everybody! It is August the 31st. So if you're new, welcome to my channel. And if you have been here before, then you know it is my birthday today. So I have my birthday dress on. It is 10 a.m. here. And this birthday dress will have to go off and then come back on again later because I need to clean my house, because I am so lucky that my brother and his children are coming for a visit tomorrow to celebrate my birthday together with me, and that is always a pure joy for me. It means so much because I am very fond of my birthday, as you probably can tell, and I think it is because when I was little I was not allowed to celebrate my birthday. My parents didn't celebrate birthdays, so if you lived in that house, you were not allowed to celebrate your birthday. So for about 20 years, I did not celebrate one birthday my whole life. So now I have a lot to make up for on my birthdays. And I think it's very special to me when my brother comes, because it's my family that celebrates my birthday with me, and they have never done that. So that will be really fun. So I have whips to show you. It's not massive progress. I will get into that when I talk about whips. I hope, if I can remember. I have a pretty good chunk of haul this time. I also have 2 surprises at the end. So if you want to know what that is, then keep watching. So, since it's my birthday, I have my champagne bottle, and I'm going to open it because you are going to celebrate my birthday with me. So if you are not fond of loud sounds, then you might want to cover your ears when I'm about to pop it. I haven't shaken it or anything, so I hope it won't like go all over the place. I don't like to spoil my champagne. It's a waste. So, and I have my champagne glass. So let's see if I can open this. So if you don't like loud noises, please cover your ears, and I will show the cork in front of the camera when it's done, so you know when to unpop your ears or turn off the volume. Okay, let's get ready. There it went. So I hope you have a cup of coffee, cup of hot chocolate, tea, water, anything around you, because cheers! So, what we all are here for, let's look at my whips and what I have done. So First off, I want to show you my Haunted Mansion cell, and I will do this the way I usually do my videos from now on. I showed the picture of how it will look like and the last picture, and the reason why this have become so easy for me is because when I edit, I actually go in and screenshot my picture that I show to you now. So when I am editing, it's easy to find, it's there. I don't have to look at my mobile phone, I don't have to scroll through a bunch of pictures. They are also labeled with the date they are taken, so that makes it very easy. So my Haunted Mansion cell, it is a cell by the Tiny Modernist that is going on. I am stitching this on a 16 count Ada. I think it's a 16 count Ada. Maybe it's 14. It looks big, but maybe that's because I have stitched on something smaller recently. And it's a gray fabric. It's something that I got as a present, so I'm not totally sure about the color, but it's perfect for this cell. So, pictures. And here it is. Can you see the progress? Maybe I should insert one more picture. It doesn't look like I did anything, does it? No. I can't promise you I did, because what I did was I frogged out this whole ghost and redid it in DMC glow in the dark. So I know it doesn't look like I did anything because I basically frogged and stitched exactly what I already had done, just in another floss. So that's my Haunted Mansion cell. I promise you, the next ones you will probably see a little bit more progress. So, next up is my Final Fantasy VII. It is stitched on a 28 count Lugana that I hand dyed myself. And here's where I'm at. Oh, maybe move the needle minder so you can see Tifa. So what I basically did was I finished off Vincent. So 4 down and 6 to go. So that was my Final Fantasy. Next up is my travel project. This week I have had to have my car on the center that I have to be on, because they are basically going to tell the persons in charge of my future if I can work or not. So it hasn't gotten a lot of stitching done, but there's some progress. So it's stitched on 46 count linen in light lavender from Extra Design on Etsy. and the floss are using is from Hand Dyed by Rolanda, also from Etsy. So here I am now, and I just got news yesterday that the baby it is for was born early. So she was born on the 28th of August. So this coming week I will really have to try and get some good chunk of this done. But I know that this weekend and next week will be impossible for me to get to her travel wise, because I was supposed to be done on the center yesterday, but the person responsible for my paper that they are going to send, he is behind on his paperwork, so I have to be there one more week. First I thought that sounded like crazy, that I'm in a way are punished, but it's not. He told me yesterday that I basically can choose if I want to come or not, and some of the training is really good for me, and I am not very disciplined at home training wise, so I want to go out there and just look at it as an awesome opportunity for me to get some more training done, even though I know I'm gonna be tired and so on, but in the long run the training will help. So but I'm not going to go on everything like I have done. I will maybe do 2 days and maybe just one of the things that day. So yeah, my baby sampler, I really need to get some more work done on that. But before I can get some more work on that, I also need to remember to stitch on my cute soccer ball each day. And before that one, I did something. I don't know if it was arbitrary August or the fact that I am so close to finishing my cute soccer ball that my stitching bug has been totally haywire this week. As you can see, the other things I have stitched on, there's not much progress. Both my cute soccer ball and what I have in my lap, there's still not much progress on each of them. So I'm not sure if it's just the arbitrary August that got to me. I'm usually not a very big fan of switching project each day, so I should probably have done it another way. And it also just might be the fact that I am closing in to finish my cute soccer ball, and I don't know if I totally want to finish him. So this is a new project. I don't know if I have a good picture of this, because it is a series of mice that the pattern is from Cute Patterns by Maria on Etsy. She's also known as Maria Brocco. I hope I said that correctly. So I bought this before she got to Etsy, and it's basically a pattern with 30 different mices doing different things. So originally, in my year of whip, I had the mouse with a key. That I wanted to do, but since it's closing into Halloween, and I think I just needed something new to stitch on, and I didn't want to take a huge project, so I started a small. And here it is so far. It is going to be a mouse in a pumpkin. So here is the top of the pumpkin, and the mouse's face is here, and he has his ears and some of his hands and a big pumpkin underneath. So this is not much progress, in all honesty. And there, Maria uses a lot of blended threads, so it looks amazing. But if you don't like in Norwegian we call it småputtel. It's like if you don't like doing the tiny stuff, like doing some excess here and just some excess there and just sit and enjoy the progress, this is not for you. Sorry. But maybe you can do it if you really want. So, so just in this top of the pumpkin, I believe it is, what did I count? 10 or 11 different colors, but some of them are bound together as one because she uses blended floss, but the ones she blends is not always the ones she has as just the single color. So, but it looks amazing when it's done, and there is going to be a ton of backstitching also. This fabric, I have no clue what is. It is from a grab bag I got from Pole Stitches Designs. So this doesn't look very Halloweeny, but this top of the fabric I really felt was screaming Halloween to me. So I wanted to do it on the top part of the fabric. So that's that. So over to my QS huggable. If you have been with me for a while, you know that I lost a dear friend of me last year, the 15th of September. And when I lost her, I went into a depression, and that's when I really got the itch to get back to cross stitching, which brought me to Flosstube. So in a way it has been good afterwards, but I still miss her a lot. She was my best friend here where I live. And originally I started the mini still here thinking I would do that as a memory piece for her. But lately, these few months, I have been thinking that that's not the memory piece. Because what I did, I started my QS huggable before the mini still here, because it was my first Heaven and Earth design. Since the other one was going to be her memory piece, I wanted to start the QS huggable just to know a little bit what I went into and so on. Plus, I had most of the floss for my QS huggable, so I could start that right away, and that I could not do with my mini still here. So in reality, what has become my memory piece is my QS huggable. And I think I have told you that what I am going to do when it is finished is to make it into a pillow that I can hug and squeeze every time I feel down. So, and since this piece has so much feelings behind it, I think it's hard for me to finish, even though I know I'm going to have it here in my living room. It's going to be a pillow. Even if I sew it crooked, I'm going to love this pillow. So I am a little procrastinating, I think you call it, about finishing it. But at the same time, I really want to have it finished for her 1 year since she passed away. So this will be September the 15th of this year. So I hope I can get it done in time. So just gonna show you where I am. So here I am. I have worked a little bit more here in the spoon. So now you can actually see it is connected. I think I didn't have, I'm pretty sure I didn't have the purple done, but I'm not sure if I had the foot done or not last time, because I don't think I have done very much this week, as I said. So basically I have this row to finish. There are 4 blocks here that you see. There is actually not much stitching done, but I was so tired yesterday. I had hoped to get this row done, but I couldn't do it. And there's this row, and this partial row right here. There's only like 2 rows of stitches in that row. So after my calculations that I use with only counting the finished 10 by 10 blocks, it's 97% done. No, sorry, it's 93% done. I have 7% left. So yesterday was day 60. So we are now 3/5 done with this challenge. So my QS huggable will be done before the challenge, I am pretty sure. And then I will just pick one of my other Heaven and Earth designs and stitch for the rest of the 100 days. So, and I have promised myself that I will not take this out of the Q-snap before it is finished, because that may help motivate me to get it done and don't procrastinate as much, because I really love to see the whole dragon. I can't see his top part of his head, his cute ears. So that's my QS huggable. So plans. As you know, it's my birthday today. I can't say that enough. And I am starting a sale for my birthday. It's hashtag RMBDaySAL. So it stands for hashtag Rita Marie's birthday Sal. As simple as that. And I am starting my stargazer from Mirabilia. I will show you that later. And I hope you will join me in my birthday Sal. Maybe you already are and stitching to this Flosstube. That would be awesome. So, stitch on stargazer. Start your stargazer. If you don't have that or want to do that, stitch on a Mirabilia. If you don't have that or want to do that, then stitch on something cute. I am also going to put some stitches in on my Haunted Mansion Sal, because I know at least Link is my homeboy, Heather, and Adele from Delcat Stitches, I hope I said that correctly, are going to do the Haunted Mansion Sal as for my birthday. So, because that's cute. So plans, curious ball. Today I'm starting my stargazer from Mirabilia, putting some stitches in on my Haunted Mansion Sal. The rest of the week, stitch on curious ball each and every day. That doesn't change before it's finished. Going to try and stitch some more on the baby sampler. And I also should really get to my Adventure 08 Sal, because that came out the 22nd of August and I still haven't finished part 3. I haven't started on it yet, so I should do that. Next up, since I am starting my stargazer from Mirabilia, I was thinking that it would be fun to do a stash parade of my Mirabilias. So, and I have 2 that are not in my stash per se, is right now, but I'm just borrowing it. So, it is my not mine, it's Stacy's Cinderella, and it's the kit. So this is, I basically just sorted out the beads and put them in these boxes. These are the same boxes I use when doing diamond painting. I love them. So need to start her soon. That will be amazing. I also was so lucky that Stitching Mommy let me borrow the Spring Queen. So this is also a priority to get started. So I was thinking maybe starting this when Ladybird Stitcher and Aussie Stitcher are starting this, because they are starting the queens in the season that is in Australia, so that's opposite of ours. So that means it's soon time to start this one. I think it actually is 1st of September, so I don't think I will start it on 1st of September, but hopefully in September. So, what we all have been waiting for, it's my stargazer by Mirabilia. I am going to try and stitch this on a 28 count. I realized I have missed the label, but this is fabric that I won in a giveaway last year before Christmas. And it's by Chromatic Alchemy, and the fabric was, I believe it was Hyacinth it's called. And when I saw this, I knew this would be perfect for the Stargazer. So I had already looked at the Stargazer, really wanted to buy her. So when I won this fabric, I went right away and found, I think I found her on Etsy, the cheapest, so I bought her from Etsy. And she is going to look amazing on this blue and purple fabric. I think it looks very galaxy-like, and P is actually doing it on a similar fabric. I think it's called Phantom from Picture This Plus, and so far what she has done, it looks amazing. The colors, I feel they really pop on that fabric, so looking forward to that. I still haven't measured it, so I just need to do a few more measuring to see that it won't get too small. If not, I have an almost identical pattern from Fiberlicious Yummy Fabric, something like that, in the same colorway. So that's what I am starting. The one I have started already, it's my Winter Queen, and I am just about here in her dress. Next up is my Royal Holiday. I originally bought these from a seller on Etsy. I bought all 5 of them: the Spring Queen, Winter Queen, Summer Queen, Autumn Queen, and Royal Holiday. But when I got the patterns, I only got 2 of them: the Autumn Queen and actually Winter Queen, I believe. Yeah, those 2. I only got the Autumn and the Winter, so I was missing 3 more. So I managed to find Royal Holiday, I have the Autumn Queen, and I managed to find the Summer Queen. And I could not find the Spring Queen because it was out of print and cost more than I wanted to pay for it. So I was lucky to borrow it from Stitching Mommy. So now I have all in my stash. Next up, this was a buy from Etsy. I found some memorabilias with the embellishment packs. That was a good enough price. So it was the Fairy Flora. It was Roses of Provence and Sabrina. The weird thing is, it's the mermaids that I really love from Mirabilias and the fairies, but for some reason I have bought, I feel, almost all the ladies. So yeah, that's that. When I bought the Stargazer, you know a pattern can never travel alone. So I also bought the Moonflowers by Nora Corbett. And I also got the embellishment pack for this one, I believe. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Then I saw the red from Mirabilia done in blue, like 10 times in just a few days, just from Facebook, from Flosstube, from Instagram, so I had to buy her. So this is red. Since the pattern cannot travel alone, I also bought the Ella, the Frog Princess. So that's those two. More just ladies. Then when the reprint from some of the Mirabilias was done, I picked the one I have been looking at for a long time. There actually was two, because I really wanted the one with the kids on the sand, building the sand castle. But I know that Stacy has said to me when she is done, I can borrow that one. So instead I choose the other one that I really have wanted, and it's the Fairy Moon by Mirabilia. And since a pattern cannot travel alone, I saw that they had gotten this Alice by Nora Corbett. And what I have heard is that the Nora Corbett isn't as big as the Mirabilias. So, but it is a Mirabilia, so maybe it is just as big. Yeah, almost. So, I bought Alice. Just, I don't know, there was something about her that I liked. So, yeah, that will go in my stash. And when I was looking at my stash some months ago, I think, I was really thinking, okay, I have at least one fairy of all the fairies, because I love all of the fairies. But I don't have any mermaids, and I love the mermaids. So, I was on eBay, just looking around. You should never do that. That's bad for your wallet. It's good for your stash, bad for your wallet. And I found the Renaissance Mermaid. And I just love her. Laura X Stitches is doing her, and she looks amazing. So I just had to have her when I got her at a reasonable price. And since a pattern cannot travel alone, I also bought Mermaid of Atlantis. Carolyn Mascio has done this. She doesn't do Flosstube anymore, but she did for, I think, about 3 years. Maybe 2 to 3 years, something like that. But she has been away for 3, maybe 4 years, I think, maybe, not sure. Anyways, she's We are all hoping she will come back, but she did this one. And I love that mermaid. So I have also wanted this in my stash, so I bought it to travel with the Renaissance mermaid. So that was my memorabilia stash. I know it's not as huge as other. I think I saw Ladybird Stitcher. When I was watching her, I was feeling she had everything. So I'm going, before the next surprise, I'm going to go quick through my haul. So I bought just plain fabric to sew on, some Halloween, some frogs. I think these frogs will go really good with the frog project bag I bought. They had also these awesome turtles. Some of them I have bought like 2 of each. So I hope I can make it into a grime guard, and I hope that the single ones, that I am able to make them into just a smaller grime guard maybe. So it's like, it's not huge, but it is like long, so maybe I can cut it in half and sew the edges together. So yeah, hoping for that. Did some cute animals because I need to get going on my son's room. I have a bunch of patterns that I want to do for him that are medium to smalls. And some forest animals. There's a squirrel and a hedgehog. There's the squirrel, in all honesty. I think I showed you something else. I'm not sure. We don't have that type. Maybe it's a different squirrel. And one with teeth. So that's that. And just some plain black fabric to sew, not stitch on. Then I got my adapter from So and So. When I bought my Lowery stand, that was my birthday gift from my husband. They didn't have the adapter that I wanted. They only had the small one. I was thinking, if I'm going to have an adapter, I want the biggest one just right at once, because I am doing large projects. And you can use the large one to smaller project also, so it's not a problem in my mind. And since I was ordering from So and So and I already knew the price would go over the range for the taxes, I asked my husband if I could just buy some extra stuff that I have wanted from So and So, some special floss and a fabric that I'm going to show you. And he said, yeah, that's fine. When going like $1 over the taxes, it's almost the same price in taxes you pay as going $100 over taxes. So, or the tax range, I mean. So I bought 40 count Verdal even weave. I have been wanting this since I have seen Stitching Mommy stitch on 14 count and 10 stitch, and I really wanted to try that, so I hope I like it. So I bought myself, this is actually very long fabric. It's 19 by 55, so it's a long one. But I have some story keeps and stuff like that that could really be cool to do on 14 count, because then you get them small, so you actually can make them into bookmarks. So, and I then also bought some DMC, because still from the UK it's way more cheaper than buying from Norway. I bought some dinky dice for my Glendon Place Baked Alaska, some Krynics that I was missing. This one is actually for the Cinderella in Rags and the Cinderella in Riches, and some Petite Treasure braids, the PB10 I bought a good chunk of, because some Heaven and Earth designs calls for Krynic 032, number 4 treasure braid, and I figured I would rather do it in Petite Treasure braid, because everyone say that it is much easier to work with. I'm not sure, I haven't worked enough with Krynic and Petite Treasure braid to really have a favorite. So, but both of them is easier than DMC metallics, but at the same time, I have found that if I use DMC metallics with one strand of regular DMC floss in the same color, because the DMC has like E317 as an metallic. I don't know if that is a metallic, and the corresponding color is just 317 from a regular DMC. So I just combine them and stitch with the metallic and the regular floss, and it's not that bad. I think, but I know some people hate them. So if you have some DMC metallics that you hate, just send them to me. No problem, I will use them. And lastly, from that package, I also really wanted some more Mill Hill kits, because I love them. So I got myself the 3 I was missing for the series of the ornaments. And this one is the one I really wanted. I love blue. And I also really wanted this one, because I think it's so... I love that there is a Christmas tree in there. And when I then had 5 of 6, I got the last one. But this one is also nice because it looks like a Christmas bubble. So, love those. Then I bought the gingerbread house, and it's actually with metallic, and this one has a bunch of beads. Like if you compare this one to this one, this is the gingerbread house. You can see how much more beads there are. It's like packed. So this will be fun. I really like the sleigh ornaments. I really want all 6 of them, but I was good. I only bought 2. So got these 2. And bought this snowy old snowman, and that looks like Harry Potter's owl. I'm not sure how you say his name in English, sorry. I have like read all the Harry Potter books like I think 2 or 3 times, seen the movies, but for some reason, since I have read the books in Norwegian, I only remember the Norwegian name of many of the characters, even though I have seen the movie in English. So I don't know why. It's just is. So that was those. And when I got that package, my husband said that it was a part of my birthday present. So that's good. I also bought some more fabric from Extrude Design. I think it was because she had a sale or something. So I bought this marble blue 36 count. I am actually thinking of using this on the Teresa Wensler I have. The one with the sleigh and the Pegasus and the woman in the sleigh. Magical Night. Thinking of doing that one there. I bought a 40 count Newcastle linen in old linen. I just wanted a very neutral, so I bought this to see if it was, and it is. It's like a darker neutral color, but that's fine. I bought Antique Violet 14 count. These, as you can see, these are not that big, and the ones that are really small cuts, this is 9 by 13 inches, they doesn't cost much. It's like, I think, what is it I pay? $4 or $5 for one. So that's a good price, at least here in Norway. And since she is in Europe, the shipping isn't bad at all. And if you buy for over $50, you get free shipping. So that's amazing. I also bought my little dove 38 count because I felt that was a nice neutral, and I'm trying to get some more 38 counts for the Pinky the Pink princesses. So I'm trying to buy those in different colors with a little bigger cut, just so they can be used for the Pinky the Pink princesses. Also sky blue 38 count linen. I got a little free gift of 46 count. You know that is going to good use. And a 56 count pale drapeau. A nice neutral 56 count. I was wondering if I wanted to do the Baked Alaska on this one, but since it has beads, I need to see if I don't think the smallest bead will fit on 56 count. But then I was thinking doing something like Northern Expression shades of, I have the shades of gold, and I'm thinking it only uses 2 colors, so I'm thinking of converting it to 2 blue colors I have from Silks for You. So I might do that on this one. So, and lastly, my Silks for You arrived in these bright colors. So you have a very dark purple, a green, bright green. I love those bright greens. A variegated that match all these other colors. Yellow, almost a hint of orange, and like a purple, 550 DMC purple. So love those. It's really fun with the bright colors when I am converting. So, are you still with me? Do you want to know the last surprise? I have a surprise. So, since it is my birthday, I can do what I want, at least almost, right? So, I want to sprinkle some stitchy kindness. And the Frosty Forest series from Country Cottage Needleworks, I am getting that in from Patchwork Rabbit, sent each month to me. My plan is, with that project, I want to do let's call it A to C Stitch With Me, from A to C. And it's because I want to do that as a Stitch With Me, only stitching it on the Stitch With Me's. And I will go through like the floss colors I am using. Now I get everything from the Patchwork Rabbit, but I will like show you what I have gotten. So my plan was I will start with the first pattern, the raccoon cabin. And if it is something that people really, really like to see that be completed in Stitch With Me's, then I am going to start doing one more and one more. And if it still is popular, like after I have done 7, I will do the last 2 also. So then I will do all 9 because I'm doing it on a big piece of fabric. And ordering from the Patchwork Rabbit, I wasn't sure if I could like say, could you leave out this one in the series because it's one in the middle. Because I know you can say to the Patchwork Rabbit that I want to start from number 3 because I have 1 and 2, and you then get sent from 3 to 9. So since I didn't know that, I figured, well, I will just buy them from the Patchwork Rabbit because then I get the buttons, I get the flosses, it's fine. So a while ago, some of you might remember, I bought this from Lollipop Stitches, because I knew I wanted to do the Frosty Forest, but I felt that the Patchwork Rabbit was a better deal to get these. So what I want to do is give this one away. It's not the first one, it's one in the middle, but as its own, it is cute. And if you want to buy the rest of the and do it as a series and do it along with me while I do my Stitch With Me, my A to C Stitch With Me, that is fine. And on top of the fabric, I am going to dye a fabric for you. I don't have a 32 count that I think this is called for. So I can either dye it on an 18 count Aida or a 30 count linen. Because that's the only counts I have available. I also have a 16 count. I have 16 count also. So, you know the rules. Don't say giveaway. Be over 18. And I feel there is one more rule that I have forgotten. You can only win one, but I only have one, so yeah. The normal rules for the giveaways. What I want you to do is just, in a natural way, write about what count you want. And I am thinking of doing this in a gray, like a light gray or a light blue. So like comment something like, oh, I really like to stitch on 18 count Ada, and the color like blue is superb. Something in that way. So people don't go into my video and suddenly see, everybody is saying something like, I would like to stitch. So do it in a fun way. Write what count you would like me to dye for this, and color. If you don't have a preference, then just don't say anything about it and I will surprise you with a color. I have already said what I am thinking, so you know a little bit what you're going to get. Try to say something about if you want to do just this one or you want to do all of them. And if you're doing all of them, specify if you want to do them in one whole fabric, as I am doing, or if you want to do them separately. If you're doing them separately, I will dye 3 of the cuts that you need, so that you can like buy 6 more, maybe in 2 different colors, so you have 3 times 3 is 9 in some different colors. I will not do all 9. If you do them on one whole fabric, I will do it on the whole fabric. I will like cut out the fabric size and dye it, and I will do it as they did on the Patchwork Rabbit. They gave me an 18 by 18 count. It's not 100% a 3-inch border, but close enough, so I don't get like a weird cut. And if you're just doing this, a single one, then I can still like hand dye you 3 small pieces, and you can use the 2 others for another 2 small project if you want. So that's my last surprise for you today. I am going to clean today because we get visitors tomorrow, and since I have been on the center, I have not been feeling well, so I haven't gotten much cleaned like in over a month, so the house is dirty. So my dress is going off. I need to clean the house. I need to cook dinner, because or else there won't be much of a birthday dinner for me. And get some stitching in. So I hope I will manage to get this uploaded today. The clock is already 11 p.m. I have been talking for over an hour. But hey, it's my birthday. What more was I thinking? next time, if I remember, there might be a pool for you to do, because my husband, he managed to use some money that he was not allowed to use because he already had used it. And then I said, well, since you used way too much money, I will use half of that and buy myself a chatelaine kit. So I need to think some more about it, and I might next time, if I can figure out the insert up here thingy or hair thingy, insert a pool of the chatelaines I am thinking of, and you can help me decide. It's not said that if you say do this one that I'm actually going to go for it, but it will help me know what other people like. So that will come next time. And I also have started to plan what I will do going forward in my rotations and so on. But first I wanted to do, like I have done, the 100 Days Challenge. Pick one project and work for it a month, and do other projects in between when I get time. But I don't know. I think maybe I will go back to something like a 4 or 5 day rotation. I use the Tiny Decision app to decide what to stitch on with my focus whip in each category that I have made in our spreadsheet. Make that have more entries, so it is more likely that will be picked, but still I can get some time in on other projects. And on these wheels I am also going to put in my focus starts, like these two. These will be in the Fancy Lady category as starts, and if the wheel picks it for that month, I will start that for that month. But that will happen after the 100 Days of Hay challenge is done. And I know a lot of groups are talking about doing 100 days of challenge for full coverage. The full coverage fanatics is just a full coverage, so you can do like tilt and craft. It doesn't have to be a hay. And that can be fun to do for maybe my Lady and the Tiger or my Pokemon. But the Pokemon group, Pokemon Cross Stitcher group, do also have, are planning maybe doing 100 days challenge. So a lot of going on, a lot of groups